Welcome to week 2 of our Advent devotional series, Living Hope. This week's theme is God's presence and his promises. Israel's exodus from Egypt has fueled the imaginations of countless generations. At its heart is a story of hope. The Israelites couldn't see that at first. They were a despised minority enslaved by an ambitious and greedy Pharaoh who continually sought to extract more profit at less cost. In spite of his dependence on their labor, Pharaoh saw the Israelites, especially the men, as a potential threat. Not only did he work them to the bone, he sought to kill their sons. The writer of Exodus begins by focusing on the women in the story: midwives, a mother, her daughter, a servant, and the daughter of Pharaoh. Each one acts within her sphere of influence to resist Pharaoh's cruel policies. Working together, they save the infant Moses. They act with hope, refusing to let the regime force them into submission. And the writer describes their bold actions with the same words he will later use to describe God's saving of the Israelite nation. Consider these examples. Moses' mother saw he was good, reminding us that God values every human made in his image. And she placed him in an ark in the reeds. This ark, or this basket, reminds us of God's rescue of Noah's family from watery death. Moses' rescue anticipates Israel's future escape through the Sea of Reeds or the Red Sea. And Pharaoh's daughter saw the ark. She saw the baby crying, and she took pity on him. Suddenly there is hope for this condemned child. And then we learn that God saw his people suffering. He heard their cries, and he was concerned. And God's concern moved him to action when he commissioned Moses to lead the people out of Egypt. Christian hope is rooted in God's saying. Nothing escapes his notice. The heart of Advent is knowing that God sees a world gone wrong and that he will do something to make it right. He may at times seem distant in our suffering, but he consistently acts to uphold the covenant he made with Abraham. The same covenant is why God sent Jesus into the world. So the Exodus story invites us to participate in God's audacious work of redemption. The women of the story heard no supernatural call from heaven prompting them to act. They simply lived as though God could see, and they acted accordingly. They knew the right thing to do, and they did it. When God prompts us to take action, we can do so with the full assurance that he sees us, that he is with us, and that he is using us to fulfill his great plan to redeem not only our world, but those who put their faith in Jesus, who was born into this world that we may live eternally. For additional scripture readings and further reflection on these thoughts, please go to www.fcctitusville.com/Advent. Have a great day. God bless you.